Sergeant Stepdad here. Sitting outside my unit. And I know I haven't made videos, very well made videos last week, and I missed posting on BitChute due to another issue. But there's something that came up earlier this week that I finally decided I'm going to talk about because it can be used as a learning experience for those that are in positions that deal with where this issue came from. Monday, we heard reports from the rest of the unit that where they were training at, that the Air Force almost bombed them. There was no injuries that I've heard of from this incident, but they had to evacuate the area and leave a lot of gear behind, personal and military. I ended up contacting one of the soldiers that was out there, and they said it was true. And from what they understand, it was a scheduling issue where it was double scheduled for these two events. For my unit to be out there doing their sticks lanes and the FTX being out in the field. So they were double booked. And I don't know how if it was scheduled for the Air Force to drop ordnance in a place where units use it as their sleeping area. So their staging area. Which makes me think either there was a miscommunication during scheduling, or there was someone that just wasn't paying attention when they scheduled this. But yes, ordnance was dropped near my unit's area. In this case, there's probably going to be an investigation to figure out what happened, and the individual that ended up doing wrong will suffer some form of consequence. I mean, may it be military, it'd be an Article 15. Or if it was like a civilian / GSA, the individuals that work for them are contracted for the military, they may be terminated since there's no injuries. But if it were to end up in an injury or death, if it was a soldier, they would have probably gone to Leavenworth. And if it was civilian GSA, they probably could have gone to jail for the negligence. But when no matter what you're doing, you gotta have good communication between you and your coworkers, whether you like them or not. That way, you don't end up making mistakes. And you may say, "Oh, small mistakes happen, and it's nothing to worry about." Well, a small mistake can turn into a very big issue if you continue with that train of thought. Like the ordnance almost being dropped on soldiers. But I don't have all the information on that. If I do get information on it, I'll probably, if allowed, discuss it. But I implore people who always think, oh, it's just a minor mistake, it's not a big issue. Well, I implore you to stop with that frame of mind, that mindset, because if you keep it up, you could end up with some serious repercussions in your future. And it's about time for me to get to doing what I should be doing. And I know normally I don't record videos in my vehicle, because one, it's a mess, and two, I am not rich and my car's beat up, as you can see by this. Keeps breaking clips, so the window keeps malfunctioning. This is about busted. I mean, I had the flag up there originally, just because I wanted it there, but now it's got the stick part of it's holding it up, holding that in place. But it runs, and I will talk with you another time.